I need to get this one out fast before I forget how it goes. First, I came up with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would add up to 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just a different way to count it. But then you could also go just 1, 2, 3. How many times? I forget. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can kind of maybe make this a polyrhythm if you could understand that concept. I don't know. This one's weird. I'm trying to listen to African drums because I want to learn how to play that. In the future, when I record drums, it's just going to be simple lap drums for African type of music, just as percussion. There's a jazz guy I happened to find that really captured my imagination, and his name was Horace Tapscott, and he makes crazy, just, I don't know if it's avant-garde, if it's improvised jazz, spiritual jazz, but it's really cool. Horace Tapscott, he's got a couple really cool stuff, and I listen to some of his stuff. It's just a regular drum set, but that type of music, you can just get lost in the percussion too. It's pretty cool. I'll share more of his stuff. I recently shared one of his songs. So again, this song is kind of weird. Um, like you could count it like I did in the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would add up to 18. Or you could just do a waltz 6 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that should match up. So I guess that's kind of what a polyrhythm is. To have two different... They both add up to 18, but they're different ways to play the time signature. And that's all I really have, I guess, right now. It's just this idea for the rhythm sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When I do it like that, I think of swans and just like, I just think of very swans, droney stuff, and just have a spoken word type of vocal, if you even do a vocal. It's in your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. It's in your head. It's hard to do it when I'm not used to counting like this. If it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, then it'll be easier to kind of see how the song would go. But this is a real like rough blueprint of whatever this is. It's in your head. I just think it's a cool. I hear the drums playing the time like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even like a droney synth or guitar part. This is just a complete no-wave drone song. So I'll share Swans. I'll share Glenn Branca. Those are the two that I always think of first because that's what I kind of listen to get me into no-wave. And I still really, really love that type of music. Swans and Glenn Branca stuff. even Sonic Youth goes there, and they do droney, really just noise rock stuff, and it's just cool. It's a different way to express yourself without being so like worried about commercial radio. You can just drone out for 20 minutes. And some people will love it, some people will hate it. That's just how no wave is, I think. But it's a meditative approach to songwriting, because that would be the entire song in my opinion, just over and over with a long ass drone. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4, and then another instrument could follow the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, or two guitars, one playing in the first kind, the second guitar or whatever bass line could just play like a simple 1 2 3 waltz type of feel, just to mix those two grooves together. This is a weird, I don't know, because I'm not very good when I think of stuff like this. I took a road trip a long time ago, and the whole trip I was trying to come up with riffs and melodies in 7-time. And when I got home, I listened to it months later, all these little recordings while I was driving, and they all were just really stupid. Maybe there was one I used in something, but I don't even think I really understand time signatures, like in terms of doability, if they would work together. But this song is just a drone, so it's not really gonna matter as long as it has that drone concept. Very, very influenced by Swans, Glenn Branca, and stuff like that. It's in your head, in your head. And it's easier to sing once you know how the music goes. I'm trying to do the time signature in my head and make up like a vocal melody. Maybe I'll try to do it later if I try to add sections to this. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Like, I hear the drums playing it like that. If you count it like that, it gives it a different feeling, I guess. And you can get playful with it. In your head, and like another melody in the background going. The drone before the muzzle, the drone before the muzzle. I think that would fit. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4. The drone before the muzzle, the drone. Just have it. You could. This is an improvised song, really. Like, these are all ideas I have sparking in my brain right now, but most likely when I actually sit down and I have the music and I have to try to make vocals on top of it, yeah, it would be something weird, and just kind of improvise it. But that's what came out right now. The drone before the muzzle, the drone before. And I might add different parts to this one as well. Or this one will be just a standalone song, just like a 10-minute drone, very much like Glenn Branca stuff with crazy guitar parts, and this would be kind of a standalone song without other parts attached, unless I decide otherwise later today. Again, my process right now is to think of a simple thing like this, a blueprint for something, and then later on dig into my old audio files and create a song in 3 parts. So I might do that. This could be a really long song with like an intro, and then this 10-minute drone part, and then like a short outro if I want to keep to that songwriting style. So yeah, it's something to think about, but I think it's kind of a cool idea. This is the intro idea to that new song you came up with, the drone, whatever the drone you titled that. It starts with like bells, like dun, 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 or even like some kind of loud truck horn or something. Maybe you'll try to incorporate a lot of weird noises on this album. Just random field recordings, implement them in all the recordings somehow. So it's some kind of a boat bell or a horn. Ba, 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 ba. And you can extend it for a pretty long time. And then a guitar riff comes in out of nowhere. Just have weird stops or something. It sounds like a video game or something, but it could be cool. It's like a weird proggy thing, and it's only the intro to this song, so it'll only be like 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes. Keep it under 3 minutes. And then just let it fade out like that. And it leads into the next part of the song with that drone. The drone you came up with earlier, it would lead into that. That second part would be like 10 to 15 minute drone jam. And then try to find something later to end the song. Or just come back to this intro bells or horn thing. Da, 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 da. Just make it weird stops. Like it's all about the timing for this one, I guess. I never try to write prog stuff, but this would be like the closest I come to writing a prog rock type of song, I guess. At least in terms of this part. And you could just get weird with it. It's hard for me to do this without trying to jam on a guitar or something. So I'm just doing it to give myself a general blueprint of what I would put. And it's just because I want this song, this whole album I want designed with like 3-part songs, almost like 3 different songs in one. So most likely this would be the intro. What I came up with earlier around 1 o'clock would be the main drone section. And then whatever I come up with at the end of this, maybe it's another recording from January or something else I find later tonight. So that's the process of this album, this song creation process. I want to stick to that because it's been going all right so far. And then also maybe I'll incorporate field recordings and noises like the lawnmower thing, horns and bells and just random noise that you hear in the city and other places. It would be a lot of field recording stuff for this because I never really thought about that either. And yeah, that's it. Later, I'll try to find the third part to this song. All right, it's still September 6th, 2025, around 10:20. I had one idea this morning or this afternoon before the Phillies game, and I called it the drone and the muzzle, or the drone then the muzzle, something like that. The first part came to me after the original concept, where it just starts with the bah, 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 something like that. I can't really duplicate what I want to do with the guitar riff, but it's probably like a Frank Zappa thing. Just prog rock. And I guess Frank Zappa is kind of underrated for that type of composition, crazy time signatures and stuff. I probably don't talk about Frank Zappa because I'm not a part of that generation, but the stuff I've heard from him I like a lot. I'm not the Frank Zappa scholar. I think I watched his documentary. He led me to some stuff like classical music, that Varese composer, and I think he liked The Rite of Spring, which I really like as well. So yeah, Zappa probably led to some of this. When I thought of this guitar riff, I was thinking of like Zappa would play that. Dun, 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 and I just wrote lyrics for it, which is why I'm making this additional recording tonight. So during that, whether it's a horn or a bell or something weird, bum, 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 almost like an alarm clock. So this is what the vocals will do. Morning, morning wisdom, with the sun done. The competition of tradition. So the intro is very heavy, and you pause, like you sing the first line during the first bell, the second line during the second bell, and then you don't say anything for the two other bells, and then you scream the last part. Morning wisdom, with the sun done. The competition of tradition. Dun, 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 dun. That sounds stupid right now, but I'll try to improvise something later to make it sound more interesting than the ba-doop. The drone and muzzle, stale ambition, living through another. It's still up in the air how I want to organize this. Like I hear the morning wisdom with the sun done, the competition of tradition. I'm gonna have to work that out later, but again, this is the blueprint that I'll follow when I finally get around to recording this stuff. And I put another verse here. No chin to keep up. Well, now I'm doing it the other way. So, no chin to keep up. Legs transparent. Thinking without access. And then, yeah, it's a very heavy opener to this. I think that's kind of cool, like an alarm clock waking you up. Dun, 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 and then just go from there. This first intro section should only be like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and then move on to the second part, which is the longest part. I see it going for like a 10-minute drone, just crazy drone stuff. Because I love that Earth and swans and all that no wave stuff. It's more of that no wave flavor in the second part. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure I recorded something like this so I don't forget what I was thinking when I wrote these lyrics. I just started watching the Phillies game and I had another melody pop in my head. It's also kind of droney, and I think it fits the ending to the drone song. This is how I counted it in my head. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is the vocal melody that would play. I would try to develop over that, whatever music I come up with. Enemy. 3, 4, 5. I guess the words would be something like implicate the enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Something like that. In enemy, the enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just the ending, so again, keep it to like 2 minutes just to end this long song. I'm thinking this would be the last song on this album, since it's going to be like 15 minutes long. I would just end the entire album with this song probably. And I'm pretty sure this would work with these 3 recordings I made today. I think I could put it together to make something cool. This would be the last part, and then it would just fade out. It's talking at the enemy. Enemy, the enemy. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since I'm like counting weird like this, maybe I'm also thinking of Einstein on the Beach, like that Philip Glass thing, which I try to get into that because everyone says it's like a crazy minimalist opera or whatever, but I never really liked it that much. I listened to it a couple times. I like Philip Glass stuff, but the Einstein on the Beach, it's a difficult thing to listen to for me. I don't really enjoy it that much, but maybe I'll just have to listen to it again one day. Maybe I'll like it. It's a tough recording to get through. It's very long, and it's droney too. There's, I'll share the song where it's just people like doing that in the background, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That whatever that song's called. It's a part of Einstein on the Beach. I don't know what the track's called, but I'll share that too, I guess. But that's basically how this song would end, this drone song. Enemy, the enemy. It's kind of a weird timing. Like I don't know how the time signature works with the how you write it, like with the 6/8 or whatever it is. Like, I'm not exactly technically knowledgeable about that. Do you just add it up like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 5? So is this like 11? You could just count to 11 instead. Like, but it's like two different speeds too. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like two different time signatures. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like to get my brain in a haze when I think about time signature stuff because I just want to make something cool. And I think I'm kind of doing stuff like that now, trying to make it more unique because maybe I'm bored with writing the same style of song, or my most recent output of songs, maybe it kind of went stale in my brain, so I needed to come up with something else. I don't know. But that's basically it. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more after I put this song together later. But there's also a song I might try to work on later tonight if I get inspired to do so. There was one I was looking at last night from a couple years ago that I like. But that's it. I'll try to work on this later and put it together, put it on Substack, and share some songs that led to this. It's September 6th, 2025 at 10:30 at night. I just wanted to wrap up this song experience from today. So I woke up like at 1 o'clock, not really trying to write anything. And then I had this in my head, in my head, in my head, like a drone type of melody going. And that led to their first part, and then I came up with the other parts later. I didn't have to go back to search for old audio to try to add to this one. I'm just gonna go with what I came up with today, and that's probably how this song would be created based on the blueprint I came up with in a couple hours like this. I would love to have opinions from other musicians and songwriters to see if they write stuff like this, because I live like a hermit and I don't know how other people do stuff. I read about people and I listen to podcasts of songwriters and musicians discussing some creative their creative process and stuff. And I try to read. Right now, I haven't read a book in like 2 or 3 months, but when I'm motivated, I do like to read music books and music biographies of people. Because it is interesting to know how other people do it. I don't know if this is a weird way to do this. If people incorporate stuff like this and then whatever they record, they try to piece together like a puzzle, like I'm doing, and then that becomes the blueprint for the song, or maybe it's just because I'm alone doing this in solitude. I'm not trying to make music collaboration with other people and just improvising stuff. So it would be interesting to know how people go about their own individual creative process and whatever. Something just hits me and I just kind of grow from there. But yeah, I'm honest. I don't know if this is going to turn into anything. Sometimes back in my youth, in my teenage years, in my 20s, through college and after college, I would come up with something and I'd be like, wow, this is so good. Then I'd come back and visit it a couple weeks later and like, this is fucking terrible. So, I don't know. I figured I'd do it like this in case these songs turn into something. If they don't, it would show. Like, sometimes you're going to fail with some of your ideas. Because the goal is to actually make songs out of this, not just create ideas like this. This is like coming up with a concept for a screenplay. Oh, I have this great idea for a screenplay. You think about it for maybe half an hour, jot down some ideas, and then you just let it sit forever. Which I used to do that shit too. I still do that sometimes.
until you actually put in the month, 2 months, 3 months to do it, really write it, the outline, character development, all that technical stuff and screenwriting. It's no different for songwriting. Like, this might be cool. I picture it like a Swans, Einstein on the beach, a dark, no wave, 20-minute opera, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to link a lot of influences at the bottom of the Substack post. But I thought it was interesting how this one came out. Because I think about drone music a lot. Earth, there's a band called Earth I love. They have an album called Earth 2, which I listen to all the time. It's very addicting. Once you get into it, it's very addicting. It's a type of electric distortion that I would like to do. But there's so many types of no wave stuff like that. If you do, if people buy my book, I listed my top 50 no wave albums, and I wrote a lot about it in a lot of chapters. Because there's some albums that I already wrote that are based on like no wave types of atmospheres and stuff. Even some of the rap songs I wrote, I want to make them kind of heavy with guitar distortion to kind of separate it, make it something different. Because I can't rap. I've talked about that before, I think. I wrote all these like rap songs that I probably won't be able to do anything with myself. So hopefully at that point, years from now, if I'm still doing this, maybe I'd be considered a songwriter professionally at that point by other people. I'd have music to actually play for people, and other people would want to collaborate and do rap stuff for like some of those albums that I can't do myself. Yeah, even unknown people or known people, I don't care. It would be more of an experiment again. I don't think I'm like hard to work with, but at that point, like it's up to the artist to make the song their own, right? I'll kind of explain to an artist, this is how I hear the song going, and they could take it from there and do whatever the hell they want with it. I don't think I'd be a control freak. Like, no, it doesn't go like that. Because I know my limitations and I'm relying on other people to get my music out there. So I'm going to just let them do their thing. Like, yeah. But that's pretty much it. I don't want to talk for too long tonight. This was a different kind of songwriting experience today. This is just my drone Saturday. I woke up at 1, had the original idea, kind of went back to sleep, kind of was researching stuff for my move out west when that eventually happens. And then watched the Phillies game. During the Phillies game, I kind of went back to sleep again. But I also came up with those two, the intro and the outro section. And then I shaved my head. Like, I have a weird schedule right now. Like, if I don't shave my head every 3 or 4 days, it gets really hard to shave it. That's kind of like how I do showering right now. I just wash my hair and take like a sink shower, and I just shave my head. I've been doing this for a while now. So after that, I feel like really fresh and clean. And I did that tonight around 7 o'clock. And then I ate my usual oatmeal, my usual routine for the last like month, pretty much. And I came up with the lyrics for the intro. I edited some of the MP3 files, and then right now I'm about to write the whole Substack post and get it all out there. And that's kind of the most how productive I'm going to be right now. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing much more than this because everything's up in the air. I don't have the motivation to actually do anything unless I'm going to get paid for it. Get paid for the work I've done for the last 4 years. And I'll see what happens. I want to be able to continue this journey, but it's all about money. It's all about money. You either have it or you don't. And if you don't have it, you can't do anything. You're just stuck in purgatory. I'm doing this at this point of my Substack journey is so I don't go into total mental entropy. My brain doesn't just freeze up on me. I need to do something productive, something creative. And on the visual art side, I'm out of ideas because I don't have any fresh photographs to manipulate. And I don't think I'll be able to have the patience to try to do any digital paintings right now. Anything of real substance, or I got a lot of ideas for other children's books that I have to do like illustrations for, and I'm not the best at drawing like real pictures, so those are projects when I'm able to live a comfortable existence with money. I don't have to worry about food and shelter. Those are eventual projects I'd like to work on. But the music's the number one thing. I got so many songs to try to figure out how to record and do the best I can in my own home studio that I want to create. I spent hours today looking up what type of foundation to use when you build a storage shipping container home in the woods or in the desert somewhere. I'm more leaning towards like some forest area because the desert seems like a stupid idea, right? You're going to be in a metal container in the middle of the desert. Like, that sounds pretty crazy to me. You just get to fry to death. But and all the equipment I have inside, it's going to like get overheated, and are my solar panels safe in like 100-degree weather? Like, there's a lot of shit I got to learn so I don't mess up too badly. But number one is finding the right location, and I'm leaning towards New Mexico because it's not all desert. There's places that could be cool for shady areas. I'm only looking to buy like half an acre, and yeah, I don't want a lot of land to deal with. So that's what I was kind of spending my day doing today, in addition to writing this song and trying to come up with other parts. But most of the time, the lyrics or the melodies come to me when I'm not consciously thinking about it. I don't know if people still remember the show Mad Men, but that's like one of my favorite shows. I've watched it every season like 4 or 5 times all the way through. I just really love that show. There's a scene, the writing and just the set design, that time period, so cool to me. Mad Men and The Marvelous Miss Maisel, those two shows are just they create that atmosphere like you're really back in the 1950s and stuff. But there's a one episode where Don Draper is like, or maybe it was the woman, the female copywriter. I forget her name. And they're trying to come up with some slogan or tagline, and it's like it doesn't get to you until you're like not even thinking about it or something. Then the idea will come to you somehow. And I think that's a normal thing for a lot of creative people who want to be creative. That the inspiration, you can't really demand the muse to come to you. It's going to come to you when it comes to you. And yeah, I'm saying this stuff thinking like this song is something. It could be something. Ideally, I would keep working on it until I think it's something cool. Some kind of a no wave tribute, since I really like that drone no wave stuff. And maybe you don't even need a lot of drums in that. That's why I like the freedom of it. Whether it's the Horace Tapscott type of jazz, free jazz, even that Kamasi Washington guy kind of reminds me of that. But the no wave stuff, it just it's just this inventive exploration of noise, and it's so cool to get lost in that. You listen to a Glenn Branca piece for 20, 30 minutes, and it's just, you don't even realize the time went by. At least for me. Some people will listen to it and be like, well, where's the hook? I've been listening to the same drone for 20 minutes. Where's the goddamn hook? Where's the tempo change or whatever? Like, you have to know what you're getting into first. If you get into the drone thing, it's supposed to be repetition. It's supposed to be very hypnotic in a way. So this song is my tribute to that type of style. There's an ambient type of drone. There's a no wave type of drone. Even Sonic Youth, grungy stuff can be droney. Shoegaze, there's shoegaze droney stuff. It's just, you know, when you hear it, it just kind of zones you out, and it's a good jam for 10, 20 minutes that maybe you won't want to listen to all the time, but when you put it on, it's a 20-minute experience of some weird music. Like, Swans is one of my favorites, but it's tough to listen to because a lot of their songs are 15 minutes long or 20 minutes long. You have to be in the right headspace to put on a Swans album from front to back, devote an hour, 2 hours to disappearing in the music or whatever. So that's what I'm trying to do with this song. This will either be the closing song to the whole album, whatever I'm creating right now, or later tonight I might try to make another long song that blends in with this one. So maybe this album will only have like 8 songs or so. I don't even remember how many I have so far. If these 2 songs go for 20 minutes, this song and the next song I try to create, then maybe I'll only keep it to 6 songs or so. Because this would be a really weird album to put together. Each song has like 3 different songs in the song. So it's going to sound really different. Hopefully other people will get it, what I'm trying to do. And yeah, if they want a full understanding, like, how cool is that? As an artist, you could document your creative process. So if I would make this album and it became popular and people really liked it, they could go to my Substack page and actually hear the day that I came up with these songs and the feelings I was going through and all this shit. And that's cool. I think it's cool to share all that stuff. I'm just trying to be honest about everything in my head right now. And I'm trying to be honest about what I want to do going forward. And I think I've been pretty honest about shit. There's shit I don't want to talk about that I force myself to talk about. Just because I'm writing songs about it. If I'm going to demand transparency from people to be honest and real, then yeah, I'm going to have to be that way. And I do strive to be that way. I don't think I'm doing anything deceptive or subversive or anything like that. If it is, it's because people are making it up. But to me, I'm just trying to create good stuff, man. If I listen to Swans or No Wave, I'll barely pay attention to the lyrics, or if there are any lyrics, which is probably why I like Glenn Branca the best. There's no lyrics at all, or that Noveller, or even some of the drone stuff I was talking about. So yeah, it's a different experience musically. Yeah, ideally I'd rather be happy in my own private property. I don't have to deal with strange people. I don't have to deal with any people. And I'd be happy like that to keep making music, but I'd be in a different headspace if I could be at peace and be in solitude like that. I think that's absolutely necessary for this project. It wouldn't work if I was with other people. So yeah, that's what I need right now in my life. That's what I'm waking up hopefully to see someday, that I get paid for the work I've done. And I don't think I'm expressing that through the lyrics I wrote, but there is a sense of frustration and just financial collapse, or it's already collapsed. I'm broke as shit. And I don't know why I'm still in this apartment complex. I really don't know. I'm waiting to hear a knock and then the police to tell me to get the fuck out of here. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting for. If I don't make the money, that's pretty much the other thing that's going to happen. And yeah, I'd rather make the money so I could buy a car, even if I have to live in my car for a couple months while I wait for my house to get, the foundation, the solar panels, and everything. I could still live on my property in my car. That's probably what I'll do, so I don't have to rent anything. But the problem is, I don't want to buy anything. I think it's stupid to buy a plot of land unless you go check it out first, and if you can get where your water's coming from and all that shit. Are solar panels going to be completely needed? Am I far enough away from people so I can make noise and do shit? There's a lot of, is it even suitable land for a foundation? Do we put a flat land? Do I need to flatten the land and for the foundation, for the tiny home and stuff? So yeah, there's a lot of planning involved with that. But I wouldn't even mind living in my car as long as it's not freezing cold. I just wouldn't be able to do much work for a couple months, I guess. It's kind of cool to go green. I'm planning to run everything on solar panels, so maybe I could use that to charge my electric vehicle if somebody shows me how to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna need help from electrical people and just to set everything up and kind of direct me how to maintain stuff so I don't lose power all the time. Yeah, that's it. I might even keep doing a YouTube video like I said before. So if I actually got 36,000 people to give me 25 bucks, I'd want to keep people updated that I'm actually trying to do all these things and how it's working out, the mistakes I made, because I'm sure I'll mess up some stuff. And hopefully I can learn how to just maintain electricity, because that's all. I don't want to be calling people to fix my electricity when it breaks down. I need to kind of teach myself the safe way to do that stuff. So yeah, I just need to be safe about shit. Make sure I don't do anything stupid, because I tend to do that whenever it comes to construction stuff. And I think I rambled way too long. Well, if I listen to this in a year or 2 years from now when I'm in my shipping container home, it would still be interesting to listen to this. I'm sure people listening to this right now are just like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? But it will be kind of interesting to listen to where my head was if I do eventually get out and explore the West Coast like I want to. Who knows where I'll end up? Maybe it won't be New Mexico. It'll be Arizona, or it'll be Nevada, or it'll be California somewhere, or maybe I'll go Pacific Northwest. I don't know yet. I want to be organized and have a good plan, but I need to find land that kind of meets all my specifications enough. But yeah, I'll stop it here. I'm talking too much about this stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully I get some more ideas and I'll see where this album goes. Hopefully, it goes somewhere where I can actually record the music sometime soon.